Drought, less rain or snow than usual, sounds simple, but its impact is anything but. Rivers shrink, reservoirs empty, and the ground cracks. It's not just a dry week, it's months or years of water shortage. Droughts disrupt everything: our food, our water, our daily lives. Human activity is making droughts more frequent and severe. Why is 2027 so important? Experts warn it could be a tipping point for the UK's water supply. The Environment Agency projects that, without change, parts of England could face water shortages by 2050. 2027 is a milestone, a warning that population growth, climate change, and current water use could collide. It's not about predicting disaster, but about understanding risk and preparing for it. The UK's reputation for rain hides a real problem. Water doesn't always fall where it's needed. The southeast is dry but densely populated, creating a mismatch between water supply and demand. Even in a rainy country, water shortages are a real threat. The 2027 question is a call to action. Are our habits and infrastructure ready for a changing world? We must rethink how we use and protect water. Looking ahead gives us a chance to adapt and avoid a future where turning on the tap isn't guaranteed. The time to act is now, before drought becomes the new normal. By preparing today, we can secure our water future. Drought isn't just a future worry, it's happened before. The summer of 1976 stands out: relentless sun, shrinking rivers, and empty reservoirs. The government even appointed a minister for drought. Water was rationed, and people queued at standpipes in the street. More recently, 2018 brought heat waves, hose pipe bans, and parched fields. Farmers struggled, wildfires broke out, and water demand soared just as supply dwindled. In 2022, England saw its driest July since 1935, with rivers at record lows and the Thames's source drying up. Temporary use bans affected millions, and images of barren reservoirs made headlines. These events aren't isolated. They're part of a pattern of hotter, drier summers. Each drought exposes weak points in our water system and disrupts daily life. Past droughts are more than history. They're warnings and lessons. They show what happens when the rain stops and demand outpaces supply. Water companies and government agencies use these lessons to plan for the future. The echoes of 1976 and 2022 remind us drought can return, and we must be ready. Our past is a guide for what's at stake. Droughts in the UK are triggered by a mix of factors. The most obvious: not enough rain to refill rivers, reservoirs, and underground aquifers. A dry winter is especially dangerous, leaving us vulnerable before summer even begins. Climate change is making things worse: hotter, drier summers and unpredictable rainfall. Intense winter rain can cause floods, not refill reservoirs, while hot summers increase evaporation and water use. Population growth adds pressure: more people, more homes, more demand. The southeast faces the biggest squeeze: high population, low rainfall. Our infrastructure leaks billions of litres daily through old pipes. Fixing leaks is slow and costly, but every drop lost is a missed opportunity. High demand, low rainfall, climate change, and leaky pipes combine to create drought risk. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. The challenge is growing, and so must our response. Drought isn't just about weather, it's about how we manage water. Understanding these causes is the first step to prevention. The solutions start with us. Water scarcity ripples through every part of society. At home, it starts with hosepipe bans, no watering gardens or washing cars. If things worsen, water rationing could mean taps run dry for hours each day. Businesses suffer too, especially farmers who rely on water for crops and livestock. Drought can shrink harvests, raise food prices, and threaten jobs. Power stations, food factories, and leisure centres all depend on steady water supplies. Nature pays a heavy price. Low rivers harm fish, dry wetlands vanish and wildfires destroy habitats. Our green landscapes depend on a healthy water cycle. Drought disrupts it all. Public health is at risk. Low water pressure can hinder firefighting, and reduced sewer flow raises sanitation concerns. The stress of water shortages affects mental well-being, especially for vulnerable groups. Drought isn't just an environmental issue, it's social and public health too. Every drop matters for people and planet. The impact is everywhere, and so is the responsibility. The average person in England uses about 145 litres of water daily. Multiply that by millions, and the strain on resources is clear. Our homes are filled with water-hungry appliances, and habits like long showers add up. Agriculture is the biggest business user, especially during dry spells when crops need irrigation most. This demand peaks just as rivers and groundwater are at their lowest. Balancing food production and environmental protection is a major challenge. Less rain and hotter weather make things worse. Demand spikes when supply drops. That's why hosepipe bans target outdoor water use first. Urban development adds to the problem. Concrete and tarmac stop rain from soaking into the ground. Instead, water rushes into drains, causing floods and preventing aquifers from recharging. We're using more water and making it harder for nature to store what does fall. Our habits and city design both increase drought risk. Change is needed on every level. How do we know a drought is coming? The signs are clear if you know where to look. Reservoir levels are the first clue. When they drop below average, it's a warning. River flows are another key indicator. Low flows mean less water for homes and wildlife. Groundwater levels checked by monitoring wells reveal if aquifers are recharging. If these levels stay low after winter, the next summer could be tough. Prolonged low groundwater is a classic drought signal. When warning signs appear, the Environment Agency brings together water companies and other groups to coordinate action. They assess the situation and, if needed, officially declare a drought. This declaration unlocks emergency measures like special permits for water companies. It doesn't mean rationing starts immediately, but it signals serious trouble. Early action is key to managing shortages. Monitoring these signals helps us prepare, not just react. Staying alert keeps the taps running. Water companies have plans for drought, they don't just wait for disaster. The first step is public campaigns urging everyone to save water. Simple tips, shorter showers, turning off taps can make a big difference. If things get worse, hosepipe bans kick in, targeting non-essential use. Behind the scenes, companies ramp up leak repairs and move water between regions. In emergencies, they can apply for special permits to take more water from rivers or reservoirs. These are last resort measures to protect supplies. Long-term companies are investing in new reservoirs, water recycling, and even desalination. These projects take years, but they're vital for future resilience. Fixing leaks and building smarter infrastructure are top priorities. The goal, a water system ready for whatever comes next. Tackling water shortages means thinking big. Building new reservoirs is key. Few have been built in decades, but more are now planned. A national water grid could move water from wetter regions to drier ones, sharing resources more effectively. Fixing leaks is urgent. Billions of litres are lost daily, and new tech is helping spot and repair them faster. Water recycling is another solution, treating wastewater so it can safely replenish reservoirs or aquifers. Desalination, turning seawater into fresh water, could help coastal areas. These projects are complex and costly, but essential for long-term security. Embracing new technology and infrastructure is non-negotiable. Every drop saved or reused strengthens our supply. The future depends on bold action now. Big problems need big, innovative solutions. The time to build is before the crisis hits. While big projects are underway, everyone can help save water at home. Shorter showers, turning off taps, and only running full loads in dishwashers or washing machines all add up. Collecting rainwater for gardens and fitting water-saving devices make a real difference. Choose water-efficient appliances when replacing old ones. These small changes reduce demand and lower bills. The future of UK water depends on action now, not just from government and companies, but from all of us. We need investment in infrastructure and a shift in how we value water. Water isn't limitless, it's precious. By combining big solutions with everyday habits, we can avoid rationing and secure our supply. The choices we make today shape tomorrow's reality. Let's act before drought becomes the new normal. Together, we can keep the taps running for generations to come. The future is in our hands. Let's use water wisely.